Adam Warlock is one of the best 1v1 characters in the game, and here's why. As we all know, Adam Warlock does not have as much healing as other supports, so he needs to eliminate enemies to make up for the lack of healing. The best way to do this is to play off angles or go in flank. The reason why he's such a good 1v1 character is because he can actually kill people with his damage, and he can actually self-sustain so he can win out the 1v1 wars. In this game, I was playing Adam Warlock and I was versing a Psylocke, and I was absolutely destroying this Psylocke. Sometimes I would have my healer on me helping me, other times I'd be 1v1ing the Psylocke all by myself. Every single time I beat the Psylocke and kill her, which means my team takes less damage. Everyone is so caught up on like Adam Warlock not doing enough healing or Jeff or whatever other off healer. And the thing is, if you kill an enemy, like let's just say the Psylocke, that means your team does not take as much damage. Along with that, even if you don't end up killing the Psylocke and you just 1v1 and waste time, quote unquote waste time, that means the enemy Psylocke wasn't damaging your team. So if your team is not taking damage from the Psylocke, whether it be you're wasting her time or she is dead, that means you don't need to heal your team as much. Your team should not be losing. If they are losing, that means they're just bad. Now, I've gotten comments saying things like, well, why don't you just play DPS instead? And I have a few points to that. Number one, not every DPS character can 1v1 the same way. For example, if you're a Storm player, you are not going to be 1v1ing a Psylocke. A Psylocke absolutely destroys Storm in a 1v1. And even if you are playing a good 1v1 DPS, none of them have the same amount of self-healing or self-sustain as Adam Warlock, which can let you win these fights. As you can see in these clips, yes, Psylocke is doing damage, but I can self-heal and I end up beating the Psylocke. And number two to that point is that Adam Warlock does do healing and he can ult and res people. I know a lot of people love to ignore his healing, think it's like garbage and no healing and that his ultimate is useless, but the reality is that Adam's ultimate is really good in certain scenarios and his healing can be good in certain scenarios. Yes, Adam Warlock doesn't do as much healing as other supports, but like we have already established, you don't need to do as much healing if the enemy team is dead and they're not doing as much damage. And also with the ultimate, there are just some things you cannot heal. You cannot Luna ult and Iron Man ult. You cannot Cloak and Dagger through a Magneto ult. You cannot use an Invisible Woman to tank a Wonder ultimate. But you can use an Adam res to get your whole entire team back up if they get one shot. So you cannot just simply say like, oh, we need a healing ultimate, or healing ultimates are objectively just better than Adam res, because there are things that you cannot out heal at all. So if you're an Adam player or want to play Adam Warlock, I highly suggest that you go off on those off angles and 1v1 people, because you are quite literally one of the best 1v1 characters in the entire game. And if you're an Adam hater and you've always wondered like, why the hell is this Adam Warlock going off on the side and going on flanks, just know that the Adam Warlock is actually applying pressure. You just won't notice it, or you might not be paying attention to it. It's so easy to not notice the work that Adam Warlock is doing on the side, and even if he's not getting any kills, he can still be wasting an enemy's time, and therefore making it so your team does not take as much damage from the DPS or get as much healing from the enemy support, etc. This is the underappreciated work that Adam Warlock does, and why he is one of the best 1v1 characters in the game.